Hey friends, how's it going today?
Welcome to Wednesday Night Yarn Adventures.
We're here! Yay!
Katie wants her gold star in the corner.
I do. I earned a gold star today.
All right. I did too.
You did too. I agree. We both earned gold star today because today I finished a project. I finished the hat, a Musselburgh.
The one that I started and didn't finish because I don't enjoy knitting.
So finished that today, even woven the ends. I did not block it.
Now that deserves a gold star.
But I did get it on there. Hey Jazz, how's it going today? Over there on YouTube.
I
some friends.
I feel like she's on a different platform every week.
She is.
I earned a gold star because my friend Colby and I fixed the awning on the truck, which took a little more effort than we thought it was going to, and a little more money.
It was only a little more money, but overall it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. We didn't have to get a whole new awning.
We did not have to get a new awning.
Replace a couple parts that had we thought through, we probably wouldn't have had to take as much time to fix it as we did, but we got it fixed.
Yes. So that's okay. We had a good time. Okay, so we are in Virginia this week, and we are basing from here for the next several weeks. Sorry.
At least for all of September, and then a couple of weeks in October.
I think all three, this week, next week, and the week after, we will for sure be broadcasting from here.
Yep.
And then maybe that October 1st date, we might be somewhere else for the day, but we'll be heading actually. We'll be in Indy.
We'll be leaving. We'll be in Indianapolis that day. So.
That's the third.
It's the first. Yeah, it's not until the second that we're leaving.
Yeah, we're leaving on the second. So,
for the next 4 weeks, you'll see us right here in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Most likely.
Furhaven Farm.
Yep. So hanging out, doing our thing.
Yep.
Okay. So last week we were in Stowe, Ohio, camping in the truck, and we had a really great time there. And the next morning I got up and I was the first day of pigskin party for Downseller Studio podcast. And so I went ahead and wound up some yarn. Yes, it is as big as my head. That's right. And then I have started. Had to undo a whole row. Oh, that's the worst. So then I started knitting a sweater out of Cascade 220 and some stitch stuff, fluff stuff that we have on the truck. So I'm having a good time with this. It's Alicia Plummer's favorite flannel cozy.
Which you love and have already made one of.
Yes, I've made two actually.
This
is my third time to make this pattern.
Yep.
Because I did the test knit and I actually made two during the test knit.
Yep.
So I have that one going. And I worked on it when we balled it up before we left on Thursday morning. And then we drove out to
we drove through through Erie, Pennsylvania.
Hey Sarah.
Hey.
We drove through Erie, Pennsylvania. We drove out into this peninsula. It was super cool. If you ever get a chance to go.
Presque Isle State Park,
yeah.
Really
we also stopped at a yarn store, Rustic and Refined, which is also, it's Rustic and Refined Art Works.
It was a
and yarn shop.
Creative painting store originally many years ago. And then the owner, I guess, was really into knitting and crochet, and so she just gradually transformed it into a yarn shop. And it now at the outside it's like Rustic and Refined with their original logo, and then it says and yarn.
Yes.
But the store is like 90% yarn stuff.
Yeah. So during the day, I did get to sit in the truck for a little bit while Dean drove, and I worked on my Freedom Knitters tee. So, and I got started on those jacquard ladder backs, so you can see all the progress that I've made on this one. So I think the last time you saw it, I definitely...
You had a lot of the green, but you hadn't done the...
Was I separating sleeves then? Maybe?
I don't think so. I think that was on Thursday. I think you did that on Thursday.
I separated the sleeves off, so those are ready. And then I started the color work this week. And I've got about a third done of the color work. And so I will be continue to work on that this week as well. I'm sorry, Jess, you had to undo a row. That's really no fun, for sure. I've definitely had to undo a few of them on this one. Both the color work and the not color work for not counting.
When we went through Erie, when we went out to the state park, I went and dipped my toes into Lake Erie.
Yes.
Which was the 4th Great Lake that we had been on and near for the last week.
Yes.
So
he did, all 4.
Yep.
Superior.
Camped on Lake Superior, camped on Lake Michigan. We went to
Lake Huron.
Mackinac, which is in Lake Huron, and went around the island. You ducked your toes in on Huron, and then I did on Lake Erie.
Yes.
So 4 Great Lakes in 5 days.
And then we drove over onto Corning. So we stayed in Corning at an Airbnb. We stopped in at Rabbit Row Yarns and Haberdashery. Fantastic selection of a lot of farm yarns, some India dyes, really, really good.
Super local farms and
a lot of non-superwash too, which was super awesome. So that was really cool. And we got to meet, hang on, Bar.
I think that's it, actually. No.
Yeah.
I didn't remember her name like shortly after we were there, so.
I'm pretty sure it's Barb.
I remember we talked to her a lot. And I remember talking to her, but I'm just terrible at people.
So it's on Thursday. We went to our Airbnb and we were like the talk of the neighborhood. The next door neighbor to the Airbnb was like very unusual Airbnb guest because we parked the truck outside, and then the husband of Barb stopped by as well on his way home and was like, if I don't stop, my wife will like totally shun me because there's a yarn truck here. Hi, Anita.
We thought he was like gonna say something about where we were parking.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I have to ask. And we were like, what? And
are we in the wrong spot?
He's like, my wife owns the Rabbit Row. And we were like,
we were just there. So, but we settled into our Airbnb, and basically I just sat down and I knitted all evening.
Yeah, we just hung out
because we watched opening night football for NFL.
She wanted to watch for her pigskin party.
Pigskin Party 24, and so I'm doing that and making good progress on that.
Yep.
I'm about 4 rows away from separating off the sleeves on this one.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I'll have both of those just on the body. Bye, Sarah. And then in the morning we got up and we packed it all in, and we went to a local coffee shop. We went to another yarn store on the same street in downtown Corning. Woolly Minded. Fantastic little store. Really great commercial yarn setup. She had all kinds of Barocco, British
wools like BFLs,
Cascade, a full lineup of Cascade. And then she also had some really great crochet yarns too. Lots of cotton.
She had some crochet kits and stuff.
Lots of kits, yeah. And she was super nice to chat with as well. I don't remember her name either.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Not sure we ever got her name. No.
I got a local dyed yarn at both places.
Yeah, you did.
I got an alpaca from a farm that
one was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
That was at Woolly Minded. Yeah, and that's the dyer. That was a local dyer. So that was pretty cool. And then we went to the Corning Museum of Glass, and that was super cool. We have been before. When Dean was interviewing for residency a long time ago, we actually
flew into the Elmira, New York airport.
Elmira Corning Airport, regional airport, and then drove to
probably the smallest airport that we've ever been to.
So that was one. It was also like December when we went there, like the beginning, like right after Thanksgiving. It was like early December.
Cold.
And we drove down into Pennsylvania for his interview. And when we got back, we left really early. And so when we got back to the airport, we had a couple hours to kill. And so we went to the Museum of Glass then. And it was really cool. It was like snowing on us.
It was even then where we only had a couple of hours to spend.
Yeah.
It was one of the coolest museums we'd ever been to. And they have only improved it since
they
2013.
Did like some crazy projects. They've opened new galleries. They have a new hot shop. They have there's a whole like other building that we actually haven't been in yet, which is the like the actual working studio where you can go in and like watch the artists in residence work and the internships.
And that's where you get to go do your own blown glass, I think.
Yeah.
We didn't do that then, but
if you guys are up that way, this month they're offering blow your own pumpkin. And so like you can actually pick all the colors, and I think you actually get to do a little bit of the blowing.
To do some of it, yeah.
Which is pretty neat. It wasn't terribly expensive to do.
$36 or something.
Yeah, but they only had a certain number of slots per day, and so
they had one, but we were going to have to hang around for like an extra couple of hours, and
yeah,
so we didn't really have time to do that. But
that's okay because we bought our friend a pumpkin. Tabitha got a pumpkin, and
it's a really cool museum. They have it sort of split into. They had a big like gallery for modern art kind of thing. And then they have a gallery that is all about glass in all the places all over the world through the centuries.
Yeah, like the history of
35
glass.
Centuries of glass.
And then they have a whole thing about like in glass innovations, like Pyrex and
technologies with glass,
telescopes, and
glass lenses, glass mirrors, fiberglass, fiber optics.
How they make sheet glass, like and windshields and lamination and
like a lot of this innovation over the last 80, 90 years has been in Corning, New York.
Yes, which is super cool. Yeah. So like in that studio right behind there's all kinds of cool things. So it's kind of neat to see how the different fibers really play together. And like there were several of the art pieces, especially in the contemporary side, that referred to weaving and like the complexities of like yarn and that kind of thing. And so it's really neat to see how the mediums really work together. There's an artist in Florida who does she does glass work, but she actually like knits the glass.
That doesn't surprise me, but I've never seen
cool.
that. Cool.
I saw that a few weeks ago and I thought it was really neat. Anyway, so we had a really good time at the museum, and then we packed it up and headed to our next stop, which was New Milford, Pennsylvania, and the Harford County Fairgrounds for Pennsylvania Endless Mountains Fiber Festival. We did our setup on Friday night, and we camped there at the fairgrounds and our site in our like vending spot.
Where we were vending.
So we had a really nice time. Saturday we did get up and it poured down rain.
We said it was cloudy when we first set up, and it was like
and then it started misting.
And the weather kind of said that's what it was going to do all day, was just like a drizzle mist. Yeah, no, it came a gully washer. It
rained so hard for like 2.5 hours.
I was just poor, and people were still
coming out on the truck, which is great. And we were really
probably as busy during that time as it was any other time. But
and so we had a really good day. Dean made us some lunch in the crock pot or Instapot, which was super great. It's like 11 people watching this right now, which is kind of crazy. Not to mention the 3 on Instagram. And so we got to hang out with our friends Frogget, the other yarn truck or original yarn trailer, and got to see them. And then Granite Mountain Fiber Co. was there. Yep. Where will the truck go next? Jesse asked. Well, we're actually in Virginia, and this weekend we'll be at Stitch Witch in Bedford. So I'll be there. We'll be there Friday and Saturday. Normal business hours. I don't remember what those hours are. And I'm teaching a class on Saturday.
I want to say it's like 9 or 10 to 4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So we'll be there both days. We also check out these cool earrings, guys. There's a kitty on this one. And then this one says meow.
I don't remember what the name of that vendor was where we got those.
She was right next to Granite Mountain.
I just don't remember her name.
It starts with an I.
Yeah, Indigo Arts or something.
Indigo silver jewelry. All of our stuff is like silver and super awesome. And Dean went and got me some earrings. But yeah, Granite Mountain was there. We restocked our
National Park
stitch markers, which was super cool. Those are all fully stocked. Sunday was gorgeous. Like the weather could not have been better. It was
the weather you want every
stunning.
Fiber Festival day to be like. It was like 63 and sunny. Like the sun was warm enough, but it was still 63, so it was cool enough for sweaters.
So on Saturday, we luckily had like thought ahead and got the awning put out. It was a little but we did get it.
The awning thing was broken, but it was broken where the piston was like stuck out the strut, and so we could put it out. It just, you have to like take
manually
pins out and stuff to get it down back in.
And so we didn't put the awning out on Saturday, so I got a little sunburned. But other than that, I had on Sunday. Yeah. And then so I ended up having my circular sock machine out on Saturday, and I did demos on the spinning wheel, and so that was super fun. My Dean and Bean got a little love.
I think it's funny because people were like, I swear you had a couple people who were like, I think I want to buy this. And you're like, oh, we don't actually sell these.
We don't actually sell the Dean and Beans, but I love mine. So I share about it. And it's just something neat that people get to see, like interact with. And
it's different. Not everybody you hardly ever see people demoing those.
There was actually somebody up in the front with not with the Dean and Bean. They had, I think Laguerres, but yeah, this was pretty cool. But Sunday was just really nice. And we ended up driving. After we closed up Sunday,
drove a couple hours down to Harrisburg.
Oh, Kathy came and saw us on Sunday too. Our friend Kathy from Wishy Knits. Yeah. She brought us new fabric yarn balls, so those are new on the truck. And then we packed it in, and then we went down to Harrisburg and stayed there. And then on Monday we went ahead and drove down here to Virginia. So yeah, we've been a lot of places this week.
I mean.
But it's been a very leisurely week.
Yeah, we went a lot of places, but we did not have a lot of like time-sensitive goals.
Yeah. So we've been hanging out here at our friend's farm since Monday. They had some late night additions on Monday night. Surprise baby goats.
Yep.
So we have 4 new additions to the
Furhaven family.
Furhaven family. You have a picture of those, don't you?
We
just took one.
I don't know if they're synced, so I'm just gonna pull up my phone and show it. But
yeah. So we had a good time. There's Tabitha and Avery, and there's Mama Goat, and there's 1 or 2 of the babies. Yeah. So they're doing well. Everybody's doing pretty good. So yeah, and we are here in Virginia. Tomorrow we're working on the truck all day. We got new stuff in, so this is one of our shipping points. Dean has been out taking pictures with the telescope.
Tonight will be the 3rd night in a row of clear skies, which has not been the case for much of the year. But I got the Andromeda Galaxy. Yeah, oh, that's bright. Oh no, why is it so bright? So bright. There we go. You can't really appreciate that on there, but
it's really awesome.
I'll have it up in the Stellar Spectrum store soon.
It will also, he'll put it up on Instagram later. So
I'll put it up on Instagram.
The Stellar Spectrum, if you don't already follow it, give that a follow. Other things that are new around Yarn Adventure, we restocked all of his prints that he has available. So 10 or
most
10
all of them. Yeah. 10 of the prints that I have available on the Stellar Spectrum are now in stickers.
3-inch stickers. So the Trifid, there's the Whirlpool.
So
it's really bad. Okay.
Yeah.
You have the M7, right? What? Am I getting it right?
M13.
M13.
The Hercules cluster.
The Hercules cluster. All right. This is the Pinwheel Galaxy. Yeah. We have the Pleiades.
Yeah.
We have Eagle Nebula, the new one. Here, hold that up.
Yeah. Eagle Nebula, Pillars of Creation.
Yeah. This is the Veil Nebula. You have a zoomed in, Elephant's Trunk.
That's the Elephant's Trunk Nebula.
Yeah, I know these. Look at me knowing these. The Rosette. And hang on. Orion's Belt. Orion Nebula. Yep. Which is probably my favorite one.
Oh, really? Okay.
I really like this one. This seems like my favorite. So we got all of those stickers in. Those will be on the truck somewhere. I don't know where. Can't figure that out yet.
We'll figure that out, and we'll have to get Laura from Laughing Cat Fibers to dyeing up some more Astro DK yarn.
Exactly.
We have like 3.
I'm almost thinking we might need some fiber.
Maybe, yeah.
We might need some fiber in these colorways. Also, if you see us out and about, make sure and ask for your sweater weather hello fall sticker, because we are doing the hashtag YatFallMal 2024, which is our sweater weather adventure. So come make along with us while we're doing all these things. Jazz is making a really lovely yoke sweater down with Marlin Farms. Deb finished her crochet cardigan, Granny Hexy cardi. I think it's a Hexy cardi, which is super cool. And then, so I know Deb's doing that. Lake Momo is doing awesome with that one. And then I have the 2 on the needles. I haven't seen anybody else really like posting about it.
Not hashtagging with Yap Fall now.
We'll keep looking. Feel free to join us. We'd love to have you. You don't have to make a sweater if you don't want to. Just make something that makes it feels like fall.
Yeah.
We just want to see
sweater
what you're
weather.
up to.
Doesn't have to be a sweater.
No.
It can be a cowl.
It can be a
hat, gloves, anything.
Yeah, really. And then today we out on the porch, we got in our next shipment of you guys' favorite things, needle toppers.
Needle toppers. We have some little axe murder gnomes there.
Yes.
Love those. We got a bunch of Halloween themed ones. So we got some gnomes that are Halloween. We got some words, some hang on, let me overthink this, and some ones that are a little spicier than that. So,
we also got a lot of new animal ones and pets and all kinds of things like that. So those will be on the truck this weekend as well. We also got in some new yarn. We restocked Chiaogu needles. We have a few new accessories. Tomorrow, doodle decks will be here. Mm-hmm. So we're restocking all of the doodle decks except for the camping one. That's the only one she didn't have in stock yet. Those are on pre-order. So as soon as those come out, we'll have those.
Every other doodle deck.
Yep, we have them
we
all
will have for about 5 minutes. People start buying them. So
for that one person who messaged us, we will have your monster
deck.
We will have your monster deck held back for you at Shenandoah. Yep. So next after Bedford. Yeah, after Bedford. We'll be there Friday and Saturday. Like I said, Saturday I'm teaching a brioche basics class. Sign up with Stitch Witch Bedford. If you're interested in doing that. I don't know the cost. I think it's 11 to 1.
I vaguely
that
think
seems
so,
about right. Yeah. Here in Bedford, Virginia. But
if you just look on our Facebook page, social media,
I've been tagging them.
Stitch Witch Bedford, it's everywhere on there. The time you can sign up on their website. So
sorry, I show up to class, I'm ready to go, but I don't really know a lot of details other than that. And then next weekend, so we will be here again all next week. Yep. And I think we're actually going to do some really fun short adventures. We might go to the Virginia Zoo up in Norfolk. We might go out to Richmond. We might head to Roanoke and see some friends.
Yep.
Hi, Cesium. Maybe you'll be there, right? Maybe we'll come out and hang out with Cesium for a day or two. You never know where we're going to be popping up in Central Virginia. So, and then we'll be heading to Ohio. Yep. We're going to go to Ohio and go to the Wool Gathering in Yellow Springs. That's next weekend. And then on the way back, we have plans to go through either New River Gorge or Shenandoah, maybe both. Who knows? We'll see. And then
we'll have to order 2 more Knitted Wit National Park yarns.
That's right.
So,
and more.
We'll be obligated.
and some more stitch markers, which I think we may do anyway.
We actually have both of those already. So.
Yeah. We may have to get more New River Gorge, though, before we
those
get
were
here.
Really, I mean, we did go to West Virginia 3 times in a month, but
those
were really popular even before we went to West Virginia.
So the week after Wool Gathering is Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival in Berryville, Virginia, right up there next to Winchester and on the Maryland line for Virginia. So really quick access to like Frederick, the DC area metro.
That'll
so you can come and see us there.
Last weekend in September.
We'll come back here, hang out for a couple of days, maybe do an event with Cesium Yarn. We haven't got all the details on that yet, but we will be there soon. And then we're headed back west. We'll be visiting Indianapolis,
circling through
Wisconsin, back to Indianapolis. And then we're headed to the St. Louis area for a couple of days.
Couple of yarn shops.
We might go see our family in Arkansas, my family in Arkansas for a minute.
For maybe like a day or two, it seems like. But
and then as soon as we're done with that, we're going to be heading right back out here for SAF, for the Southeastern Animal Fiber Arts Fair. Right?
So,
right?
Southeastern Animal Fiber Arts Fair.
And
we'll be there. That's the something 18th, 19th, something like that. And then we'll come back here and visit our friends for a few more days in Virginia. Then Frederick, Maryland.
Festival, yep.
Then come back here for a few more days.
And then we're heading to Grinning Soul in Jackson, Tennessee. And then Alabama Fiber Festival in Briarfield outside of Birmingham. Yeah. And then we'll be heading home
be back in Arkansas for a little bit
to vote.
Yes, that too.
Primarily, we are going home to vote because we find that very, very important. If you have not already registered to vote, please do seek out those opportunities that are available to you. So we are very excited about the opportunities in front of us. And this fall is going to be awesome.
It is. So, it already is.
It's going really great.
It's not even fall.
No, it is awesome. Fall. We have entered meteorological fall.
Okay.
That is why we are in the fall.
The weather's been very fall-like, so
we're in the fall make-along. Get your sticker when you see us. Make sure you say something, and I'll make sure and hand you a sticker. Okay. Dean doesn't like these stickers, so you can tease him about that, or you can tease me about it. Either one, it doesn't matter because he says you can't read it. I say the squirrel's cute. I don't care. So there you go. I think we're going to go out and help with some baby goats.
Yep.
And we will see all of you next week right here.
Right here on this couch,
7 Central, 8 Eastern. And we are really happy that you guys have taken time to join us this evening. We'll see you soon. Happy crafting.